Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. To this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way. Can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. It's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he'll be brought down.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a third and goal.
Goal line formation for the defense. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now, Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
The PAT is no good. Wow. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Handoff to the back. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on third down.
The Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here. And now the handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. And there's the handoff. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. They'll hand it off. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
The important third down play coming up. Can he make it to the marker? And he will be stuffed for no gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays. And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down for the offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Escapes the pocket. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. And the Wolverines will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. Trying for a fourth down completion. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And they'll use the ground game here. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Inside the 30. At the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points when they bounced back here. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And a sophomore making an impact play.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Well, not a single player or fan on either side, Kirk, has forgotten what happened last time they met. The Buckeyes just crushing the Wolverines.
Yeah, it was just one of those days in a rivalry game where everything went the right way for Ohio State. Winning their one-on-one matchups, putting up big points on the offensive side, and, of course, the defense shut Michigan down. But it's a new day. Let's see if the Wolverines can try to avenge that loss last time out.
Receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking downfield, it's Flores. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So a new set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer penalty on 3rd down. The back's got it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Trying to extend the play. Using his legs here. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he could get out, they keep him to a short gain.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Now coming off a 3 and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. A new set of downs after that completion. Direct snap to the back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Back to pass. It's Flores. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Crucial third down play right here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he is stuffed right at the line. I don't think he got it.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. He's looking to scramble. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. With the catch, it's Stewart. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see what they can do here. There's time to run a few plays, perhaps get into field goal range. Throws it to the right. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not a long return, but the important thing that wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
They'll try the right here. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's going to take off here. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Wolverines will kick this away to start the second half. Kickoff is fielded inside the 20. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And the wideout goes in motion. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, I love this call here by going with the jet sweep. They get the ball in the hands of an outstanding playmaker. He gets around the edge, gets into space with that kind of speed. He's dangerous.
They'll run it from the gun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Sticking with the running game. Bites off a defender. The freshman brought down after a nice run.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Short connection to the tight end here. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Buckeyes line it up with 1st and goal. QB decides to keep it here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. It's now 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Well, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you will never forget this kind of performance.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. It's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. The Wolverines will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. And the Wolverines churn out another 1st down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Got him. He's sacked. 2nd down now after the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
He'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
So this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Now it's second down here. Looking to throw. It's Flores. Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Michigan 0.
The Buckeyes offense is on the move now. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Seventh play of the drive coming up. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. The pass is caught. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
Looking to throw yet again. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Flores. He finds his man, and he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Third down coming up.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Snags the quick throw. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and the quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. Going to try to use his legs here. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Quick completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big...
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Prescorn. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character's about and how you're not giving up. That
completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play.
He's brought down, a sack for the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.